Hey babe, it's 1:23 a.m. my time, so 3:23 a.m. your time. Um, just got done watching a movie. I can't remember what it's called actually. Excuse me. Yeah, it's Tom Hanks and Denzel Washington, and it's about a lawyer who gets fired because he's gay and has AIDS, and then he sues his former employer for wrongful termination and like job discrimination, and it's about like it's it's supposed to be a movie about like acceptance, and it shows like people being like bigots towards homosexuals and stuff like that, and yeah, so I mean, it was a pretty good movie, I guess. It's from like 1990, um, so pretty old. Um, had fun talking to you today. Um, I woke up and we texted, and it was weird. But it was Jill making that sound because Booty walked over to her and started cleaning her, and Jill doesn't want her touching her. I guarantee when Bootsy's done cleaning her, then she's just gonna like attack her. But yeah, I woke up and we started texting, and you're nice, Bootsy. See, leave her alone. And then we Skyped for a while until you had to go to your meeting thing, which lasted like an hour and a half, which is pretty fast. Glad that you weren't at that thing like all day. Glad that you got some homework done. Um, and you know, maybe we can work on some homework on Skype today. You know, early afternoon type thing, and then play Halo after that. After we get some homework done. Um, and yeah, and then we played some Halo, and yeah, I mean, I know that you got quiet after that whole like situation talking on there, and I mean, I hope that in what I explained in my text, I hope that you like weren't feeling that way, because I mean, you shouldn't. Um, I don't know if you're like being quiet because you felt that if you're quiet, then you're not gonna like say something wrong or something. Like you shouldn't, Eli and I want to talk to you, um, and like you're not gonna like say something wrong. Um, so yeah. Anyway, like I pretty much explained it in the text, so I won't like harp on it in this video. Um, I don't know. You said you didn't want to talk about it, and kind of had a feeling that it was bothering you, and I just like wished that you would want to talk about something that was bothering you. Um, because that's what, like, I'm here for, is to talk about it. And I think obviously we need to keep good communication in our relationship, because that's the key to success. So you probably feel like, that I want to talk about things and settle things so there's not like a misunderstanding, and I hope that you're not like, I just wish that Eric would leave me alone or something like that. Um, um, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna like keep, like, I don't want us to keep anything from each other, and so I kind of know that you sort of feel that way. Um, and so, maybe obviously after you wake up, um, maybe we can talk about that. Um, but, yeah, so I mean, after you fell asleep on the phone, I just did the dishes and then watched the movie, which was like a little over 2 hours, and now I'm making a video. It's almost just past 7 minutes, and not really sure what else to talk about, but our Facebook countdown is now in the teens. Um, and it's just so close. Oh, we're 3 weeks away, that's it. Now Booty came over to clean Junior, and now Junior's aggravated from her cleaning him. So now they're like pawing at each other. I like how they just like slap each other in the face like once. They're about to like wrestle probably. Gucci got like really into Junior's face and he just rolled over and he's like not looking at her because he's all scared. And she keeps getting real close, like she's about to pounce on top of him. She's just like raising her paw to his face like really slowly. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! So weird when cats fight. But anyway, enough of that distraction of the play-by-play of what my cats are doing. Um, like I was saying, 3 weeks away. We got this. And I know that it's super aggravating that, you know, we still have 3 weeks to go, and I know that you just want to be home already, and I definitely know I want you home already, and I'm just gonna say, like, right now that, I mean, talking about stuff that I mentioned, like, just a couple minutes ago, talking about that, and, like, about the, you know, the whole being quiet on Xbox thing or whatever, like, talking about that stuff, like, I hope, like, doesn't turn into an argument or something, because it really doesn't need to. Um, I'm not gonna like say, what I'm thinking about those topics in this video, because it is like a public video or whatever. Not that anyone watches it but you, but yeah, so um, yeah, I mean, I can obviously, hopefully, because I want to talk about it, so I hope we talk about it. Um, and so we can do that later. Um, but yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I think just like us being apart, like we've said, like, we have both said numerous times that the distance has put a lot of unneeded stress uh, on us, but at the same time, like, I really don't feel like there's a ton of stress on us, if that makes sense. Like, I know that there is, but it doesn't feel like a super ton, and it's just like the occasional miscommunication that we wouldn't have at all if we were together in person. And so it's just that whole thing can be annoying sometimes because it's like it's like what you said when you would text your mom, and like when you were a teenager and she would get mad because she thought that you were like texting it in a different tone or whatever. And it's like that. We'll text stuff in one tone, and like, I mean, we're both guilty of this, especially me, of like reading it in a tone that it's not in, and it's a bad habit that I have. And I have to be like, okay, she like obviously didn't mean it in that tone, so I'm not gonna be like, wow, that was rude or something. Um, but it's like that. And I mean, there really doesn't need to be like a whole bunch of talking about like the whole Xbox thing. Like, I wasn't like mad at all or like upset or something. So I hope you didn't feel like you know you weren't gonna talk because you were afraid of saying something else that was gonna upset me or something. Like, no, I wasn't upset. Like, I completely understand why you said like you know saying me in your explanation, meaning you, because you're the one that's talking in the scenario. So you're like, you know, me instead of someone else, that this could happen to. And, that was just my thing. Like, okay, I don't even want to talk about you in this scenario. Like, that's my point, is that just like, I want you to be like completely separated from like scenarios like that. Scenarios where you're with someone else or something, because it disgusts me when scenarios of you with other people are brought up like that. And yeah, if we can just like avoid that, then that would be great. And that's just like my whole point, is just not wanting you associated with that scenario, you know? Um, but the whole thing that was brought up was because of the joke about like you, and so naturally you would say me, meaning you, in the scenario. So like obviously you're gonna say that, but I'm just saying, like, you know, my point is that when explaining the scenario, like, you were to not associate yourself with it anymore, and just to be like someone else and not me. So, I mean, if just scenarios with you in it weren't brought up in the first place, just in general, that would be fantastic. Um, but yeah, so anyway, that's like my whole point, is that's like that's it, you know. I'm not like mad or something, so I hope that you're not upset. But I would, like I said, want to talk about maybe your feelings about, you know, when we do have a disagreement, you like wanting me to give you space or something like that and to leave you alone. And so I would like to talk about that later. Um, but yeah, so pretty much spent like 8 or 9 minutes talking about that. I hope you're having sweet dreams. Unfortunately, my letters didn't arrive to you today, so it'll have to be at the very least next week. I'm hoping Monday or Tuesday, because then you're going to be gone Tuesday, so if it shows up, I mean, I know you have a mailbox where the letters would go into, so I don't know if you checked your mailbox today. Maybe they did show up and you maybe just didn't check. I have no idea. So yeah, like, even though it's Sunday, if you didn't check your messages yesterday, Saturday, check your mailbox. If you didn't check your mailbox, then you should just like go check it to see if you got anything. Um, but yeah, if you haven't, then hopefully Monday or Tuesday before you leave, that way you can get them before then. 4 days until Thanksgiving. Crazy. Yeah, so I hope you're sleeping well. By the time you watch this, obviously you'll be awake, so I should say I hope you slept well. Um, I hope you had sweet dreams, and I hope you dreamt of me. I'm not sure how often you have good dreams about me. Um, but hope you have a good day today, and you can relax as well as get some homework done now. Um, we should definitely work on some homework over Skype. You can finish some papers and I can read. Um, we're gonna work like just like working on homework for 2 hours, and we can get like so much done in just 2 hours. That's what we should do. It's at least 2 hours. Um, but yeah, so hope you have a good day tomorrow, aka today, because it's past midnight. So I hope you have a good Sunday, and you know, with each day, hopefully your stress level goes down and the amount of things on your plate gets thinner and thinner. That would be really nice. Um, I know if we worked on homework for a couple of hours today, I'm sure some stress would be relieved because you'd get a bunch of stuff done. But you and I both know how easy it is to like procrastinate, especially when we're talking to each other and doing other things. But yeah, I had a lot of fun Skyping with you and working on a list and stuff. Talking about puppies that we want to get. But yeah, I'm not really sure what else to talk about now, so I will probably end the video. I'm getting kind of tired. Got my contacts in, so the video might take about 20 minutes to upload. So, I'll probably play Hearthstone while it's loading, because those games are about, 15 minutes or so, so I might do that. Um, got my ring. I went to the bathroom right before I started your video, and so I took it off before I went in there because you know how easy it falls off. So, but I was wearing it. Yeah, I like it a lot. And you said you made a Christmas list, but I never got it, so you should send me your Christmas list, and I'll try to work on one. I'll try. But yeah, so I love you so much, and I miss you so incredibly much. And even though we have, you know, like 3 weeks to go, just looking at the date, you know, in the corner of my computer, right below the time, it's in my eye. Just looking at the date, it's really like, you know, it's somewhat satisfying to see, you know, the 11 there, you know, as a month instead of remembering looking down and it being, you know, August 21st when my classes started, and it's like September or something. And then us being like, it's already October, we're like halfway done or something like that, and like just to be so close to the end, it's gonna be crazy. Like really, like just break it up into 3 1-week periods and that's it. Like a week from now, we'll be like, okay, we have 2 weeks to go. And another week after that, it's gonna be our last week, and then after that, you're home. Like it's just so close. Needs to happen already. But, you know, yeah, so I'm sorry that there's like some sort of serious notes in this video talking about stuff, but happy 100th video, babe. It is crazy. I'm glad that, you know, you liked this idea of me making these videos. Excuse me, and yeah, so 20 more. Yeah, so 14th is the last day that I make a video. So yeah, we got 21 more videos after this. Yeah, so it's going to 121 is what it's going to. 121 out of 123 days that you've been gone, because you don't count the 15th, because obviously I'm not making a video that day because you'll be home. And I didn't make one the first day that you were gone because, you know, obviously you were gone. So yeah. The first day that you were gone, you know, the 14th is technically like day 0, but I obviously made a video on day 1, the 15th, to do like, you know, my first day of you being gone type thing. So yeah, I said I was gonna end the video, and then I ranted for like another 4.5 minutes. So yeah. Okay. So I don't know why. I just now remembered the joke that I was gonna tell you on Xbox. A couple of times ago when you and I were you, me, and Eli were playing, and I was like, but it's a bit adult, you know, and so I didn't tell it. So here's the joke. Okay. So well, hold on one second. Let me make sure that I like remember every part of it. Okay. Alright, so there's two hillbillies. And I'm just gonna like paraphrase the joke. I don't know it word by word anymore. So there's two hillbillies, and the first hillbilly said to the second one, like, "Hey, do you want to play a game?" And the second hillbilly said, "Sure, what kind of game?" And the first hillbilly said, "Okay, so um, I'll take a piece of paper and I'll write something down on it. Let's play 20 questions." And so the second hillbilly was like, "What's 20 questions?" And first hillbilly said that he'll write something down on a piece of paper, and the second hillbilly has 20 questions to guess what he wrote down. So the second hillbilly said, "Okay, yeah, sure." So the first hillbilly takes out a piece of paper and writes "donkey dick" on it. And so he was like, "Alright, now guess what I wrote down on the piece of paper." And the second hillbilly said, "What could it be? Can I eat it?" And the first hillbilly looks at the piece of paper and goes, "Yeah, I reckon you can." And the second hillbilly goes, "Is it donkey dick?" um, but yeah, so that's the joke. It was in an episode of Mad Men, and I like cracked up so much when I heard that joke. So I hope you're laughing. But yeah, so anyway, I'll end the video now, and I love you a lot, and I miss you a lot, and I will talk to you soon, babe. Love you. Bye.